What's going on, guys? So we've defeated Kaligras tier 5, and in today's video I'm going to show you how we did it using this easiest method. So before we start, I'm going to show you the positioning for the zombie phase, which is the same as normal. Firstly, I'm going to mark these markers on the ground, and I'm going to draw a diagram so it's easier for you guys to understand. Alright, we have 3 markers, and imagine we're in a solar system and the sun is in the middle where the boss is at, and during the zombie phase, 3 or 4 players will be marked with the number on top of their head. So the person marked with number 1 will have to stand closest to boss. You can stand anywhere within the orbit as long as you're the closest to boss. And person number 2 will have to stand the second closest to boss. And number 3 will be the third closest. And if you have number 4, it has to be the furthest from the boss. So it's not necessary for everyone to stand in line like in this diagram. You can stand anywhere as long as the distance of your character from the boss will have to be correct based on your number. So hope this diagram is helpful. If you are number 2 and you're standing closest to boss, you will die and most probably wipe the whole group. So you want to be paying attention to the number on top of your head and stand in the correct position. So all this will happen in the zombie phase, which I'm going to show you guys later. So now let's start with the boss fight. So as soon as the fight starts, the boss will perform a Diamond Fury attack, so you need to roll dodge this one. After that, he'll do these 2 charging lines towards the tank. You can simply evade this one. And after that, we have to get ready for the zombie phase. So for the first zombie phase, you can't use any vials that are located around the room. This is because there's only 1 vial at the start. And you need at least 1 vial to be up, otherwise the boss will perform an ability that will wipe that party. So without the vial, you won't see the numbers on top of your head, so you have to do trial and error. So for the first zombie phase, there'll be 3 people that the zombie will spawn on, and you have to basically keep moving and test the position, whether you're position 1, 2, or 3. If you see this blue light beacon on top of your head with a number, you want to quickly type the number in chat so people will know that you are. For example, now I'm position 2, so the person in position 1 should go in front of me nearer to the boss, while people in position 3 should get farther than myself. If they're in the wrong position, you guys will not see this blue beacon with a hugging zombie right behind them, so you just have to rearrange until you got all 3 correct. So for the people that are not being targeted by zombies, they have to soak this red orb that will be coming out from the vial. This is how the orb is going to look like. As you can see, this person right here is soaking the orb and he got this debuff which has 1 stack. So each person can only take maximum of 2 stacks and you don't want to go over 2. And if this orb hit the boss will gain stacks as well. You don't want the boss to have more than 2 stacks as well because it will wipe the party. So for the first zombie phase, you just have to soak 1 orb. This is because there's only 1 vial, but later on when there are more vials, we might have to have 2 to 3 people soak them. Also during the zombie phase, best not to DPS the boss as he'll take lesser damage. So when the zombie phase is about to end, the boss will perform a Diamond Fury attack where you need to roll dodge and you can now start DPSing the boss. Alright, now the boss will perform multiple abilities such as these 2 lines on the tank, and then he'll do hail of arrows. Just watch out for the circle on the ground and move away. And after that, he'll perform this pizza cone attack. So you want to be looking at the person with the red orb on top of their head. These are where the pizza cones are gonna land. So in tier 3 to 5, you might be able to tank them. But for higher tiers, it'll probably one-shot you guys. Right after the pizza cone, everybody has to stack in the middle of the map and the tank has to use Bastion. Healers can use barriers and top up everyone up. As soon as you guys got this buff, you guys want to spread out away from each other as far as possible. And you'll see these red circles on the ground. So you'll need a Bastion to survive. If you don't have Bastion, most probably you'll die. And also don't forget to use your pots if you're low in health. Also take note, after the boss uses this ability, 2 vials will be filled up. And you need to manage the vials by interacting with them, which I'm going to explain to you later on. Also, after the red circles disappear on your feet, they'll drop this pool of blood, which you need to avoid. And you want to avoid dropping the blood at point 9 and 1. Because the next ability is the boss going to select 1 person, which you're unable to move. So everyone has to get to this person, get in front of him, and then press the Q block as soon as the boss approaches. You need at least 3 people to successfully block, otherwise that person will die. And another thing, if the person has been freed, make sure everyone will move away from that position. Otherwise, as you guys can see here, all of us successfully Q blocked. However, one person forgot to move away and he got cleaved and died there. Alright, next the boss will use this crossbow ability, which will fire rapidly. This ability will cause one vial to be up. It'll target the furthest person. So you want to heal up and then quickly interact with the vials to make sure all of them are not up at the same time. If they are all up, as you guys can see right here, we're too slow to interact with the vials, resulting the boss performing this ability with the purple circle on our feet and will wipe the entire party. So before the fight, it's best to assign people on who's getting which vial, and are they going to do it before the crossbow or after the crossbow rapid fire ability, because the next phase is going to be the zombie phase, and the zombie will stun you if you don't Q block. So after that, we'll be entering the zombie phase once again, and you just have to repeat the process. And this time, there'll be 4 zombies instead of just 3. And then later on, there'll be 5 zombies. So you guys have to manage this. Also, another thing, you have to Q block and roll dodge all the fury attacks. This way you guys will get an eye to use the vials and see the number on top of your head only. You can't see your party members. This time, like in normal mode, you can only see your own number. So you have to type it in party chat so your party member can reposition accordingly. Okay, I'm going to show you this part, which I think is the hardest part. Right after the crossbow barrage, I'm going to quickly head over to a vial here and use it. Alright, right now I can see that my zombie is number 3, and I quickly type it in chat so my teammate can reposition accordingly.
I'll awaken your dark side.
We got everyone in the correct spots, and the zombie phase is about to end here while the boss HP is so low right here. Everyone's getting excited. From here, we just burn the boss until it's down. And that's basically the guide for Torture Chambers of Screams Tier 5. Hope this guide is helpful. This is your regular adventurer Kasum. Thank you for watching, and peace out.